Hello, welcome back to episode 7 of our Spring Blooms, beginner tucks, pockets, and other fun little embellishments. And today we are going to do another really simple fun project. That is going to be the little baby matchbooks. Now this is what I call a big time scrap buster, and I'm going to show you. I probably won't spend as much time embellishing today as I will just showing you how quickly you can make these. I will do the guts, if you will, or the innards on at least one of them. And I think we might just skip sewing and just do a little gluing, because that sounds like a fun thing to do. So let me make sure that I have you in... And I do. In focus and in camera. Okay, so I just have a bunch of strips of scraps of paper. But for those of you who want specific directions, I did one the exact same size as our prototype so that you can see. You'll need a piece of paper that is 7.5 inches long by 2.5 inches wide. Here's how easy it is. You can't get much easier. We'll just use my ruler to do it. So 1.5 inches up. Fold it. If you have really thick paper, you might want to use your embossing tool or to score it just a little bit. But in this case, no need to. And then you measure 2.5 inches down. And you fold it there. And you have got your tuck. Now, this is if you are going to use it just as is. And you know, in the prototype, I actually used the pinking shears when I did mine. So just make sure that you account for that. If it's thicker, one thing to show, this is real thin paper, so it doesn't really work that well. But let's just say that you have a thicker... maybe a thicker stack of paper and you want to, you don't want to sew it in, you're going to be gluing each page. What I would suggest, and this is what we'll do for this, and I don't even know if I'm going to need this to be embossed, but just to show you how to do it. Remember, if you don't have an embossing tool like this, no big deal. You just use the end of your scissors, not tip down, just at an angle. To score it, or if you have one, bonus, done. So now this is like a real matchbox, and that is only like maybe it's about 1/4 inch. And so then you're just going to fold it again there. Like I said, this is really thin paper, so it doesn't work nearly as well. And my line might not be totally straight. No, it wasn't. Okay, but now you guys can see, hopefully you can see that you've got the lines there. So you can put a lot more paper in there. Now, normally what I would do is I have just like grabbed a bunch of, these don't even match. We're not going to use these. This one looks like it was, well, these two are okay. Those two work. I don't like that one. I don't like that one. That one's the same. Okay, so we're just going to dig in our scraps and see what we can find. And we're just going to add some pages to it. And see what we have in our little bag of tricks. Why not? We'll do it this way. Now, this one you're probably not going to write on, but it's all for the prettiness effect. Cute little puppy. This is getting a little bit out of control. I need to maybe do something. Do something. That's cute. No way. That fit perfectly. Well, winning. And then I usually like to do a little bit, maybe a piece of cardstock. I can't believe, are those all the same? No. I was going to say, that would be way too good to be true after the week I have had. My goodness. I'm just shocked that I can even get any videos done this week. Oh my gosh, I'm a hot mess. All right, come on. One more piece of paper. How hard can this be? What will this look like? Ooh, that's kind of pretty. Let's see. That's... Oh, that was an envelope. Well, I'm thinking this needs to maybe be in... Let's just do it. Let's just see what happens. All right, we're going to make this the top. And does it fit? Not quite. Okay, let's take 1/4 of an inch off. I kind of got a mess going on here. It probably is going to end up being more than 1/4 of an inch, but you know. This is was a nice envelope. I think I got these. These were ones that I accidentally ordered from Amazon. Oh, yeah. I know I'm not the only one that does this. And, yeah, it came with stationery and the envelopes. And I have used quite a few of them. And I've also included them in some of my ephemera kits because, you know what? I'm not going to be able to use them all. So, my mistake is your gain. All right, I'm just closing this bad boy up, and we're just going to use this as the cover. And since I'm doing that, I'm wondering if maybe I should... I don't know. Let's just play around with it here. This needs something on here, too. This is from... What shall we do? I gotta remember... How about this one? Get rid of that leaf. We'll use you somewhere else, leaf. I'm sorry, I'm probably not in... All right, I'm cutting this again because I don't like how that lays. That looks fine. That looks cute. It's one of those days where it's good enough. I'm telling you. Whew. Oh, Lord. See? Glue issues again. All right. Let's see what happens when we put this in here. All right. Stamp it in there like that. And of course mine is not nearly thick enough, so I'm just going to go back to my original line. And I'm going to have to cut off a little bit of this, aren't I? Hold, please. Get it easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So she says. I don't know. My brain's not functioning on all circuits today. Okay, let's make sure. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and score this. And I'll have to score pretty much each. Well, We'll see. I don't know if I'm on screen, you guys. I'm so sorry. All right, I think that one will be fine. We'll just go with that. The rest of them will be easy to fold, I promise you. My last video, I was sewing and I don't know, I got an issue with the sewing machine. It's giving me an error. I mean, it will work. And I'm sure if I stopped and actually looked up what the error code was, I wouldn't have that problem, but ain't nobody got time for that today. So I managed to get 3 videos done today. And if you watched my last video, you know that the first one, if I don't say so myself, was pretty darn good. And I deleted it. That was awesome. And you know, the interesting thing, I didn't even freak out about it. I was like, well, oh well. I guess I'll be doing that tomorrow morning when I'm bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and my best. Not at 5 o'clock at night, when I shouldn't probably be doing videos. Okay, kiddos. We are all good to go. So I'm, and of course I'm leaving these numbers on here for you mostly, but this will probably go into my next journal, which I've been talking about. It's going to be excitement, because I just have a new, and I don't think anybody's done this, but I could be wrong. But I've got a really fun item that you guys can add. I am doing my own personal, oh, and I do have something else I'm going to do here. My own personal garden journal and specimen book, because at our acreage, it's in the timber, and it is a lot of trees and lots of landscaping, and we're planning on doing an addition for a craft studio for me, and then a new master bedroom and workout room in anticipation for the day when Dave and I don't know what's going to happen when that happens, but when the two of us are actually cohabitating 100% under one roof. I'll let you know how that goes. But we want to be able to do some traveling, and we want to have space that we can have lots and lots of guests, which we currently already do, but you know, always host and entertain, which is one of the things that he and I love to do. But I want to be able to have retreats. We have weddings there. It's just a pretty spot. It's very tranquil. And then it's in Nebraska. I mean, who knew? When I first met Dave, I was like, wow, I feel like I'm in Colorado. So we just have a lot of plans for that. And so in order to get ready for that transition, I want to do a lot of landscaping now and plant, you know, flowers. There's not really an area for my garden, or for a garden, because it's so treed. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. All right, number 1 down. And I'll just visit with you for a minute while we and I'm not doing anything to these right now. Maybe I'll come back and embellish the rest of them, but I just want you to see how quick you can make these. And so just eyeball it. I mean, you don't need a pattern. Just go for it. And then fill it with whatever you want. Like, you don't have to have paper in there. You could, you know, do a belly band. You could do just a side pocket, whatever your little hearts desire. So what I want to do is plan, I want an area for wildflowers. I think I want a wildflower garden, or at least I don't know. I mean, like, I want a wildflower garden, but I don't want it to be something that's visible, like, well, nothing's really visible from the street, but I want it to be pretty, like, maybe behind what we call the fence line, the electric fence, so I can just, go out there and pick the daisies. And I also want to have a cutting garden, hopefully close to where my art studio will be, which will be very fun. And that way I can always, I mean, if you watch, I always love fresh flowers, and it's kind of Dave's thing. I think he noticed that when we started dating, and he's just kind of made it tradition. Demi brought me flowers. Bought flowers this week. I was out of town helping my grandmother. And I came home, and she and Landon had cleaned the entire house. And they went to the grocery store, got groceries for us. So we didn't have to, I didn't have to do that when I got home. They bought me a bouquet of flowers. I thought that was pretty dang sweet. So I do love flowers. Now, I am no gardener like my grandma and my mom. My great-grandmother, Amelia, was, I don't know if she could have had a title of Master Gardener, she should have been one, because hers was just like magical. I will never forget that. It was like, little rock gardens and like little fun little spaces that you just couldn't wait to go explore, and fairies. And my mom has a lot of fairy gardens for the little girls, for Taylor and Demi, and when they were littler, she still has them out there, lots of fairy gardens. And so my hope is that I can have, that's a little long, we're just going to make it a little smaller, something similar to that, and without a ton of maintenance, because right now, I'm telling you guys, for those of you who garden all the time, mamma mia, weeding is like, it's ongoing. That and picking up sticks at the acreage. It's, as soon as there's a storm, it's game on, because there's just hundreds of sticks. So anyway, my hope is that once we're together there, just kind of how we do at our venue, that we can have glamping and weekend retreats and all of that good stuff. So we went out and kind of walked what it would look like. And, we still have 3 years, so it's like, but you can never plan too soon, right? Of course, when I kept walking, and he was like, don't you think this is far enough? I was like, no. Oh, I don't know if I have any more cardstock in my little itsy bitsy style. Here, what's this? Here's some. That's wallpaper. So that's my dream, and I'm trying to get ready for it. So my goal is, my mom has, I asked her a while back to walk the property and take pictures, and so she can give me some, I don't like that one. That's okay. We'll make it work. So she could give me some good ideas on, like, what kind of flowers, because that's where I am not good at. Give me a house, empty house, and a minute, and I'll make a design plan, and have it staged and ready to roll. But outside, ugh. Dave's actually pretty good at it, so I just don't know what kind of flowers to use, what kind of, I don't like these, but you know what? Here's how we just start to like them. Make them smaller. Ta-da! That one's not too bad, because it's got more pretties. But anyway, you just saw, in that little amount of time, I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got to break that one down. 6, 7, 8, 9, plus the one that we did together. So 10 of those. So this is a great sit by the TV and make some fun little matchbooks. and then embellish them as you wish. So join me next time, the last of the beginner series. It is going to require some supplies. And in fact, I'm just going to show you what those supplies are now. So that if you're going to join me, you can plan in advance. You're going to need a couple pieces of 8.5 by 11 paper. There is a template on our Facebook page, To Restore You. And it is the To Restore You VIP page. And it's in the files. And it's also as a post, so you'll be able to find it no problemo. You know, you need your normal things. Tape, glue, a hole punch, any embellishments that you want. A circle punch is optional if that's something that you're interested in. And, or a circle template, but I'm going to show you guys how to make those. Or square, or whatever shape you want. And, of course, your scissors or your, cutter, or your trimmer, cutter. Something, you can use anything recycled, like, you know, plastic cellophane from a package that you get, or, you know, any kind of plastic. A few brads, magnets if you wish, those are optional, and your ruler, and then also optional, because you already know how to use something without a embossing tool. You can use your scissors, but embossing tool is not a bad idea either. And I think that's about it. And if all goes well, that should be up tomorrow. So look for that. And until then, if you haven't already subscribed or shared or told your friends about how much fun we have together, go ahead and do that below, and leave us a comment. I can't wait to hear from you and see what you're all up to, where you're all from. So until next time, my friends, remember to take time and just be. Cheers.